Hi there, little berries, Airy Berry here. Now, I've had quite a bit happen with MEN1 over the last few months, but the last few months have been dominated by grief, and I will talk about that in a future video, just not right now. Basically, since the last time I updated you guys, there has been a little bit more of a development, and it's not just to do with MEN1, it's just about health generally. On the 4th of March this year, I had to go to Guy's Hospital for my normal checkup. Now, because this was during COVID, the train station was scary to see it so empty, and the hospital was really quiet. I went in and had my normal consultation, social distance of course, but we just talked about my last MRI results, what's going on right now, how I'm getting on with the medication. I said that, I'd had some tingling. At the time I had the consultation, I had what I felt was a trapped nerve in my neck. Like, I was still getting some spasms and some twitches and tense muscles and stuff. But she said, just carry on with it and we'll do some bloods. So I gave some bloods and then went home. At about 1:45 that night, I got a call from the lab team at St Thomas's. They said that my calcium was 1.43 and a normal calcium is usually 2.1 to 2.3. I was obviously amazed because I didn't have any sort of tingling symptoms at the time, and they said your hemoglobin level is 60 and a normal hemoglobin level is 120 to 150. The multivitamins I've been taking, which includes iron, weren't working. I was still severely anemic. They actually wanted me to go all the way to London for an infusion, and I said, I live 100 miles away. There's no trains now. I can't afford a taxi. I'm not going to it's going to take me about 2 hours to get there just to have an infusion. They said, could you please go to an A&E? And I said, well, I don't feel ill. I'm not fainting. I'm not getting the normal low calcium symptoms. So I think I'm okay for tonight, but I will speak to my doctor tomorrow. And if they say I should go and have an infusion, then I will. And so many people have said to me, you should have gone to hospital. Yeah, maybe in hindsight I should have, but I had no energy to do it. I really didn't. The next day I spoke to both my GP and the consultant at Guy's, and they said to me, you really need to up your calcium intake. And I said, look, I'm taking lots of supplements, but the supplements that they have prescribed to me called AdCal, which are discs of chalky carbon. It's supposed to be fruit flavoured. I tell you what they taste like. They taste like those foam bananas that you get in sweets, where you get the foam bananas and shrimps. They taste like the bananas, but really sweet, even though they're technically sugar-free. And they have this, and they're just chalky. Imagine crunching a lump of chalk, and it leaves a chalky film and residue in your mouth that you can't get rid of for ages. And it's so heavy in calcium that when it hits your stomach, because I had to take 2 of them 4 times a day, it feels like you've drank a whole glass of milk really quick. It weighs so heavy on the stomach. And I said, I am not taking them. They make me feel sick. I absolutely hate, loathe and despise them. I will not eat them anymore. And they said, well, there is a tablet form of AdCal that you can take. I'm like, thank you for not telling me that before. I'd been ordering calcium supplements, like strong calcium supplements online, which I thought were doing a good job. Or what they said to me was that the prescribed calcium has more elemental calcium in it, even though it shows on the box that it's a lower dose. So they prescribed AdCal, the version that I can just swallow, which I was so happy about, and I'm so pissed that they didn't tell me about it before, because when they gave me the AdCal, and at first I liked them, but then I gradually began to hate them. They told me that most people hated them. So why they didn't even say, like, which would you prefer? Do you want to have the sweets, or do you want to have the capsules? But either way, I digress. Now, with the anemia, it was again speculated that my periods were to blame. Now, my periods had lightened since the last time when I had that big disaster in the middle of Boots, but they weren't light enough. I was still losing so much blood, it was ridiculous. So they said I need to be on iron, but they told me to get the iron over the counter. They didn't prescribe me any. So I went to the pharmacy, got the Adcal, and they also told me to take 3 alpha calcidol, which is a replacement parathyroid hormone, 3 micrograms a day, but in intervals. And so I got those, and I said I need to have iron tablets, so the ones you get over the counter. And they gave me 210 milligrams of ferrous fumarate, and I was taking 1 a day, as it says on the box to do. And then about 2 days later, when I was going to have another routine blood test, by which point I was actually feeling the real effects of that new Adcal medication, it was really, really good. It was working. I thought I felt okay before, but actually I found that my muscles were not quite so, they weren't quite so tense all the time. And I actually felt a lot more physically relaxed. And I had my bloods, and they told me my blood count was 1.89 for calcium, so still not as high as it should have been, but it was okay. And my hemoglobin, no, the first time I had my hemoglobin checked, they said it was 67, and this time it was 69. And they said that's getting better, but stay on the iron. So I spoke to my GP as well, who said I should also be taking the ferrous fumarate 3 times a day, not once a day, even though too much iron isn't good. But they said, look, you're severely anemic, you need to take it 3 times a day. So I've been on 3 times a day, and since then they have prescribed that to me. They also said that folic acid is a really important one with anemia, so that's been prescribed to me now. And my doctor actually wanted me to go in to the surgery, not just have a phone consultation. He said he wanted to put a face to the name and take my blood pressure, listen to my heart. He said to me, if someone else without MEN1 had those readings, he said go to A&E, because he was very worried about me. But he said, look, I would like to see you maybe in a few weeks, but stay on this medication. And I tell you, within a couple of weeks, I felt so much better. I really think the anemia was so severe. I mean, honestly, my gums were like really pale, and I was feeling really breathless whenever I was walking. It wasn't sort of like in the normal sort of breathless that you get when you go running up and down stairs. It was a combination of the lack of oxygen due to the anemia, and the fact that when your blood calcium is low, because blood calcium is not just for your bones. The calcium is stored in your bones, but the calcium in your blood is an electrolyte that the muscles and the nerves use to function, and what is the heart and the brain? Muscles, And it also affects the breathing, because you need to use your muscles to breathe. And I found whenever I was out walking, my chest cavity would sort of seize up, and I'd have to stop and breathe normally and then carry on. But since being on this new medication, I haven't had that at all. No breathlessness whatsoever. And I've been on this new medication now for a few weeks, but actually on the 23rd of was it the 23rd? Yeah, on the 23rd of March, I actually went back to Guy's and I had my pancreatic MRI. And they said, look, while you're here, you might as well come and have your blood test, save you having to make another trip to the GP. So I did. And that's when they told me my hemoglobin had actually gone down. It was 60. I was really shocked at that. I said, how come it's gone down? I've been on this medication for a few weeks now. It should go up. But they said it can take about 3 months to recover from severe anemia. So since then, I had some bloods done a couple of weeks ago now. And my calcium level is 1.9. And my hemoglobin is now 109. So I am going in the right direction. I feel so much healthier. And my doctor said to me he was actually pretty worried about me at the beginning, that he didn't feel I was actually managing my health very well, but I've been really conscientious with my medication, eating a lot better. I have to be very careful when it comes to weight loss, because with the lanreotide injections I'm on, that increases my risk of gallstones. And if you lose weight too quickly, that increases your risk of gallstones. And I already have a gallbladder polyp. I really do not want to go down that route. So I do want to lose weight. It's just very hard to do. So I do need to watch what I eat. I know I do. But for me, it's more about health. I'm at that point in my life where I just don't give a shit what I look like, really, because it's more important to me that it's my brain that's important. And if someone thinks I should look a certain way, that's their problem, not my problem. I want to look a certain way if I want to look a certain way, but it's not you outwardly that's important, it's what's on the inside. And health is a lot more important than looks, a lot more. So that's what I'm focusing on, health. I have another appointment due in August, where I'm going to go there and do the normal consultation. I haven't had the results of my MRI. That was over 3 months ago, but I would assume if there was any change from the last year's MRI, they would have told me by now. You know, if any tumours had grown, they would be concerned, naturally. I haven't asked them to give me the results, but I'm going to speak to them about it in August. But for now, things are all good in the world of MEN1 now. Yeah. Anyway, thank you very, very much for watching, and I hope you have a good day wherever you are. Bye-bye.